Anime fans, so this is another physical medium video. So I picked up some things today. The first thing I got was the Superman 4K collection. Now, I love the first two original Superman movies. They're still the best Superman movies for me. So I had to get them on 4K. I don't really care about Superman 3 or 4. Personally, I think they're the only ones I dislike out of the Superman movies in the franchise. Thought they were pretty bad. I will say this. Superman 3, Chris Reeve definitely did a better job playing evil Superman than Tom Maguire did at playing evil Peter Parker. Just putting that out there, but the first two are great, and I just love having the first two on 4K. And the boss is pretty good boss. It's one of those callable bosses. I do like the fact that it does include both cuts of Superman 2, the Wissadana and theatrical cut, which I love both versions of this movie. This is, in my opinion, the best Superman movie, no matter which version I watch. And it does come with some special pieces. Now, the two negative things with this box set that I found was it doesn't come with the 3-hour cut of Superman the movie, because that movie does have 3 cuts to it. You had Superman, the movie, the theatrical cut, and then the Blu-ray anthology box set, where it was the 5 Chris Reeve Superman movies and returns. That had a special edition cut, which I believe was like over 2 hours, and I think it's that cut, I believe. Comment if I'm off on that when it comes to if it's a theatrical cut with a special edition cut, but I believe it's a special edition cut. And then a few years after the Superman Blu-ray anthology box set came out, they released a 3-hour cut for the anniversary. So that's the only problem I have, is that if you're looking for a box set that has all 3 cuts of Superman the movie, doesn't have this. Oh, and another negative thing with this box set for me, is that it has some special features on there, but for me, the special features are kind of disappointing, because I felt like what you could have done is just transfer the special features from the Superman Blu-ray anthology box set. Because one of the things I loved about that box set was, I don't have it anymore. I wish I still had mine, because one of the things I did love about that box set was the fact that it came with hours of bonus features. It went into like the making of East movie. It was like how the Alien box set was. This is one of my favorite box sets that I have, where it goes into the making of East movie, from the process of writing it, starting production, and all that. And I think it's kind of cheap and lazy, like, to not include those special features that won the Superman Blu-ray anthology box set. Like, to me, that's a better box set when it comes to bonus features. As somebody who loves watching the making of movies, I don't know why you wouldn't just transfer those special features over to this here. It makes no sense to me. So those are the two negatives for me with this. It's not the perfect box set. Like, I'm happy that I have the Superman the movie on 4K and both cuts of Superman 2 on 4K. But the fact you don't have all 3 cuts of Superman the movie in this box set, and the fact you don't have any of the bonus features when it comes to the bonus features on the Superman Blu-ray anthology box set, when you go to the making of Eastman movie, to me is disappointing. Like, that's definitely 2 things against this box set that, as a collector looking for like the best Superman box set, this isn't it. I said I love the box set, but bonus features are not including the 3-hour cut of Superman the movie. And the good thing is that I do actually have the Blu-ray of the 3-hour cut of Superman the movie, the TV version. So that's why I'm holding on to this, because, like, to me, this is not the best box set of the Superman film series. I mean, I would even put the anthology Blu-ray box set above this, because even though that doesn't include the 3-hour cut, and it's not, which means it wouldn't be the perfect box set for me. It at least includes like tons of hours of bonus features. This only has some special features. It doesn't have like the in-depth ones from that box set. So those are 2 things against this box set. Love that I picked it up, and I'm glad I'm keeping my that I have the 3-hour cut separately. But yeah, I hope next time when they do another Superman box set, if they would do one again, just include all 3 cuts of Superman in the movie, and just take the bonus features from the anthology Blu-ray box set. So I would say to people, pick this up if you want the first two on 4K. Well, if you're somebody that enjoyed 3 and 4, will love 3 and 4. Films is subjective, so. But if you wanted to own any of these on 4K, pick it up. But if you do, I would say if you have the Anthology Blu-ray box set and you have the 3-hour cut on Blu-ray, hold on to those two things, in my opinion. Next thing I picked up is Star Trek Next Generation 4K 4-film set. It does come with some special pieces, which I do like. And obviously, this are pretty much standard. It's, black, and then the Blu-ray one's a Blu-ray. It does come with a bonus disc, and I've actually thought about, at some point, I want to watch Next Generation because I didn't really get into Star Trek until J.J. Abrams movies. Like, I loved the Star Trek 2009 movie. That's what got me into it, and I loved Star Trek Beyond. And then I actually love Star Trek First Contact. That's actually my favorite movie. I've only seen 2 out of the 4 movies here. And I love First Contact. Like, First Contact Beyond and the Star Trek 2009 movie. 2009 movie. Those 2 are my favorite Star Trek movies. I've only ever seen 5 movies Star Trek-wise. I saw the J.J. Abrams trilogy, and I watched Star Trek Contact, and I saw Star Trek Generations, which I thought was fun. It wasn't great, Star Trek Generations, but I thought it was an entertaining Star Trek movie. I never saw the other 2 when it came to Star Trek Nemesis and Star Trek Intrust Station. Like, I haven't seen the other 2. At some point, I'll watch them, give my thoughts on them. And like I said, at some point, I want to watch the actual show because I feel like it would be a show I'd be into. I will probably never watch the William Shatner movies where William Shatner was on a series because they look a little too. I know they remastered the original Star Trek movie, but I don't think I would be into it because they look a little too dated for me. I was born in 1999, so it's just there's certain older shows that I just aren't for me personally. But at some point, I want to watch Next Generation, the show, and watch the other 2 movies still. The next thing I picked up was the Bourne 5-film collection on 4K. Now, I love the first 2 Bourne movies. They're like one of my favorite trilogies of all time. Like, Bourne and Mission Impossible are the 2 spy franchises that I'm really into. It comes with a good amount of bonus pieces, which I like when it tells you on the back. It does come with a good amount. The disc pretty much are just. This is pretty much Matt Damon with the first 3, Jeremy Renner, and then Matt Damon, and it has a bonus disc at the end, yeah. So, and when it comes to the last 2 movies, Legacy and Jason Bourne, they were okay. To me, it's like the first 2 are great. The spin-off of Jeremy Renner and the sequel when Matt Damon came back to the first 3, I thought they were okay movies. They won't. The last 2 weren't great movies, but they were entertaining enough. But I highly recommend if you're somebody who's a big Bourne fan, pick up this collection on 4K. Comes with a good amount of special pieces, and especially if you love the first 3 movies, you gotta have them on 4K. And then the last thing I picked up was Planet of the Apes trilogy. I think this is one of the best trilogies of all time. And one of the reasons why I think it's one of the best trilogies of all time is because I think Caesar is one of the best film characters in the franchise. I think this trilogy does a great job of telling his whole story through 3 movies. And for me, this is like, I've only ever seen 4 Planet of the Apes movies. I saw these 3, and I saw the Mark Wahlberg one. Because that one I thought was pretty bad. I think Tim Burton directed that one. I thought that was really bad, that movie. These I thought were fantastic. This to me made me a Planet of the Apes fan, this trilogy. Maybe at some point I'll go back and I'll check out the older movies for the first time. Maybe I'll watch them at some point. Because I've always been curious to check them out. But overall, it's pretty good trilogy box set. You get all 3 movies on 4K. And you get the bonus pieces that come with the 4K movies. And then I do like this. You get a whole thing here where it goes through, I think, like a whole timeline of the character season throughout the trilogy, which I thought was cool, and it says Planet of the Apes back, so I liked. So this come with that, which I thought was nice. But yeah, overall, this is a great box set when it comes to you want if you want to own all three movies, if you love them or enjoy them, and it comes with a good amount of bonus pieces for each movie. So I like the look of the box set where you have C's on the front and you have him on the back on the horse. But yeah, great trilogy set of movies. Like I highly recommend. If you've never seen a Planet of the Apes movie, I would say check these out because I think this will make you. I think these will make you a Planet of the Apes fan. So I think this will make you a fan of this franchise because, like at some point, like I said, I want to watch the older ones. But I think if you're looking for like a more modern take, I think this would get you into the franchise. So that's all my physical mediums that I picked up. Hope you enjoyed it, fans. Until the next video.